For decades, enterprise planning was trapped in a manual cycle. Once a year, companies would attempt to predict their entire future by passing disconnected spreadsheets back and forth. These isolated files piled up on desks, completely detached from the live, day-to-day operations of the business. This chaos was driven by two departments with opposing needs. Finance teams required flexible, agile software to quickly adjust budgets as the market shifted. Meanwhile, IT departments demanded strict enterprise governance, system security, and a single source of truth. Because these goals naturally oppose each other, this tug-of-war dictated how planning software was built for 20 years. Companies faced a binary choice: a flexible tool lacking proper security, or a highly secure system too rigid for business users to operate. This resulted in a cycle of software compromises. Neither department got exactly what they needed, leaving the business unable to react quickly to real-world financial changes. Legacy systems like SAP BPC attempted to bridge this gap by placing a familiar, Excel-based interface on top of a heavy IT database architecture. The system had a structural flaw. It forced rigid, backward-looking statutory consolidations into the same engine as forward-looking, flexible scenario planning. Forcing a database to simultaneously calculate rigid historical audits and fast, iterative future forecasts caused severe performance slowdowns. To keep it running, IT had to take over, meaning business users could no longer adjust their own models without waiting for technical developers to write custom code. The software architecture had become the primary roadblock to strategic agility. To fix the budgeting process, the underlying system required a total deconstruction. SAP resolved this tension through the Great Split, separating the audit and forecast functions into two distinct, independent architectures. Statutory consolidations moved directly into the S/4HANA core. By placing the month-end closing process on top of financial actuals, SAP eliminated data latency and ensured the books remained auditable. Agile, forward-looking planning moved entirely to the cloud. This environment was designed specifically for business users, giving them back ownership of their models without risking the integrity of the central database. Dividing these tasks neutralized the conflict. IT retained control over historical actuals in the core, while finance regained the freedom to build future scenarios in the cloud. This new cloud environment, SAP Analytics Cloud, or SAC, combined business intelligence, operational planning, and predictive analytics into a single interface. The engine driving SAC is the shared data fabric. Historically, combining data meant copying massive spreadsheets between servers. The data fabric eliminates this replication. Because the connections are live and bidirectional, planners build calculations directly on top of the actual ERP semantics. If a cost center updates in the main system, the planner's cloud model reflects that change instantly. This live connection replaces manual coding with visual strategy. Using tools like value driver trees, an executive can adjust a single slider, like a projected 5% increase in material costs, and see the mathematical impact trickle down to bottom-line profit. SAC achieves the balance that earlier software couldn't. It allows IT to govern the data, while empowering finance to independently drive the strategy. Once the architectural roadblocks were removed, enterprise planning expanded out of the finance department. Extended Planning and Analysis, or XP&A, treats the entire business as one collaborative ecosystem rather than a collection of isolated departmental budgets. SAC acts as the central hub, establishing live connections with HR platforms like SAP SuccessFactors. This pulls in exact headcount and personnel expenses, keeping the master budget current. It then integrates with supply chain platforms, aligning physical demand quantities with monetary profitability models in real time. This synchronization turns the financial plan into a live map of the entire enterprise, where a change in the warehouse or a hiring freeze in HR immediately updates the company's bottom-line projections. Modern enterprise planning now incorporates generative AI directly into the planner's daily workflow. Through the AI copilot, Joule, users can bypass manual data entry. Planners can use natural language to generate automated baseline forecasts and scan thousands of rows of data to detect underlying variances. SAP's architectural roadmap is now firm. Legacy planning tools are sunsetting, and all net new collaborative innovations, XP&A integrations, and AI assistance will exist exclusively inside SAC. Aligning IT governance with business agility shifts planning from an annual event to a continuous cycle, where strategy is refined daily through natural language prompts and automated pattern detection. To navigate this transition and move your organization toward continuous planning, visit SAPplans.com, a FP&A companion for business outcomes.